Good morning, this is Carlos the Running Jackal. I'm round the back of Mount Douglas hiking up a tricky section here in the quiet zone. I'm probably going to be able to take this from the 33-minute or the 34-minute wherever I started recording.
Average heart rate 150. Workout average pace 8 minutes 17 seconds per kilometer. Zone 4.
Yep, 35. So in a minute, I'll get halfway to my goal, which will mean that I'm now on the 36-minute section from here to home. I have to look out for a little deek to the left. Not quite yet. Zone 4, you see. It is chilly today, but it's not cold. I'm wearing shorts, hiking up a steep section again. I can see the gap between the two mountains. That's where I'm heading. I'll take a picture, hang on. I got my camera thing sorted out a little better for quick reaction photography. I leave the camera case unzipped and I just put it in like a clamshell face down with the seam sticking up. This way I can pull it out of the pouch and instantly grab the camera without having to take my gloves off to fiddle with the zips. Alright, time for a little bit of video. I'll say that again. Time for a little bit of video so that I can put the camera away in a second when I find my little shortcut to Whittaker. Here it is, right here. You have to know what to look for. But you can see that I'm heading up and away from the forest into the sky. This is definitely a Zone 3 hike, maybe even a Zone 4 hike. Very soon I'll be on Whittaker Trail and I'll put the camera away. It gets a bit gnarly again and I'll be moving a little quicker. Hello. Hi. This is the Elephant Rock. Zone 3. As I clamber over its ear. Alright, let me put the camera away now. I'm going to try and experiment a little bit with some of the other settings on the camera. Not today, but another day. I want to see if I can get a better picture by manually setting it up. That would be good as I put the camera back and away, just like that. It's a bit like a quick draw holster for my camera, not my 6-gun. So I think we missed the halfway to the zone, halfway to the end. Not sure why. It doesn't really matter. But I'm sure I recorded more than a minute from the 35. Maybe I was yakking and I missed it. But still, it's not going to change anything. I'm just heading the same way as I was heading. Continuing the loop.
40 minutes. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 8 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
You see, I'm up to 40 minutes of run time. So I did miss the 36. That's okay. My pace is still pretty good for me on a tricky mountain trail. I'm just so nervous about tripping. It's not true. It is true. I am so nervous. It's unbelievable. But I guess I just don't like pain. Excuse me. That was what? That was nothing. That was just my coffee. Yeah, here is where I found my very first bandana. Halfway to my goal. Now, what does that mean? I've got it. 7 kilometers. Was my goal. Distance, I think. Not sure. Past caring. Anyway, one time I was planning to do 7 kilometer. Then I said, let's just do it by time. And then monkeyed around with it some more. And I can't remember what I had it set on at the end when I left. It will come out. It'll all come out in the wash. Zone 2. Now that is goofing off. So I will push a little more on this hill. So far I have not pressed pause. I started recording around 32, 33 minutes. So I can have a guesstimation. Plus, I can have a little look when I get closer to the hour and a bit mark. Still zone 3 hiking. Now it's going to be zone 4 running. This is totally predicted by the topography. These hike sections are not walk breaks, they are hike sections, which means that either my heart rate is racing or that I am in danger of falling, which would also mean that my heart rate would be racing. Just coming up on the saddle now. I'm going to take a picture with my camera, see if I can do it a little swifter this time. Alright, go. As it comes, open the case, pull it out, press power, and take the picture. God, it's pretty tricky, even working the camera with gloves. I think what it is that I don't have firm enough grip on it. With the glove, it feels like it's going to slip out of my hand at any moment. The other thing about the gloves is I can't really feel the power button, the on-off on the camera because the button is indented slightly and it's small, so my gloved digit covers the top of the crater. So I think that the system will be very much a quick action photography, but only without gloves. Hello. Hello, dog.
Average heart rate 130. Workout average pace 9 minutes 8 seconds per kilometer.
I think I set a 9-minute pace today, but I'm doing pretty good. If my average pace is at 9 now, I have just crested. Having gone through the saddle, I'm now coming down on the cave. The Cougar Cave. Let me get past this huge tree. Start on the ramp downwards. Yep, the cave right there. And I'll take the low trail today. This way I have more options when to turn for home. Going on the up trail would put me too quickly onto the roads. So I'm hanging off a little bit to the right, of the mountain. I'm on the west side now. But, yeah. Zone 2, you see how I'm goofing off? At least the heart rate has come back to manageable levels. But from the pace, the average pace, I must have been running a little faster than usual when I was running Zone 3 to make up for it, because I did a fair amount of hiking too. But this is the lowest way of getting round the mountain. Going through the saddle brings you about 160 meters of total elevation, and with all the ups and downs, probably a little bit more in whatever that other elevation statistic is, elevation gain, something like that. But one thing is sea level, and I am not at sea level even when I start. When I'm at home, I'm at 40 meters above sea level. So another quick-fire camera test into the sun through the trees. And a bit of video in the glory zone. Let me put the case away. That's it. This will be against the sun as well, but it should give some pleasing lens flare effects. This is the heart of the glory zone. It's like a meeting of 3 or 4 secondary trails all to this spot here. And if I go down still further, this is why I like it so much, because it is continuous make-up time. It's downhill. It's almost a no-brainer. There are no dogs or mud to worry about today anyway. As I head down the corridor of trees, I'll be getting to the goalpost pretty soon, and I'll be hanging a left. heading directly east into the morning sunshine. As I try and avoid tripping, there are some pretty tricky little routes around here, but nothing that I haven't seen a zillion times before. Just coming up on the goalpost now. Where that spindly little tree is. Here we go. 8:59 is my pace as I head towards Harvest Lane and my exit. This is the Running Jackal saying bye-bye to my video audience. Yep. Took a little while for the camera to switch from video mode to still shots because I had a fair chunk of video that had to be stored before the camera let me do anything else. Zone 2, there you go, goofing off on the downside. I think I'll have to call it goofing off on the downside. Into the sun I go. When I get to Harvest Lane, I will press pause and have a little peek to see what's going on. Zone 3, back in the zone. Zone 3 should be my lifelong sentence. Zone 3 effort, 10 hours a week. There you go, goofing off on the downside again. This is where I ruptured my Achilles, right here. Spit where you fell. Hello. I'm coming that way too. Hi, dog. Hello. Yep. Off the trails and onto the steps leading out of the park. This is where I will take a little peek. Pause. It claims that I'm only 20 minutes out on my recording. So I have another 16, which is 2 more kilometers. So what I'll do is I'll extend the run a little further just so that I can get my 36-minute show. I could have started recording earlier, but I thought I had it all figured out. And maybe my mental arithmetic failed me again. But that is nothing new for you guys. You've heard me fumble through basic mathematics ever since we've known each other. I'm a little concerned about my numeracy. Alright, so now I'm on the sidewalk. I just got some kind of message. Not sure what that was all about. I'll have a quick look. It could have been important.
5 minutes. Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 8 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
So, I think that would be 55 minutes. Yep, 55 minutes. Another 5 minutes I'll be in Lambrick, so that will be the hour. And then I just loop around the top a little bit and head for home. Oh, that's all I needed. I just got a notification of my screen time for this week. Not really worth stopping my run for. I guess. Oh, damn it. No, it's definitely. Gloves are a problem.
Zone 3.
I can't be sure of holding the phone. Hello. I can't be sure I have a good grip of the phone or the camera with gloves on, even though I can operate the camera with my gloves. But normally I can get by without needing gloves. So Cedar Hill Road continues wending its way along the ridge line between Mount Douglas and Cedar Hill Golf Course. It used to be the route that the native people used to hike when they were bringing back provisions from the mountain, from Picols. Picols is the native name of the Mountain of Joy. It's called Picols. P''K''A''L''S. You can hear the car approaching from quite a distance here. A Nissan Pathfinder. That guy's got a lot of nicely stacked wood. Wow. He does have enough for 2 or 3 winters. Couple more up and downs, and then I'm on Feltham, heading back the way I came. Heading back to home. It's going to be 10 o'clock when I get home, around that time, which gives me more than enough time to get a show out to you guys and make a video for the rest of the world to see. This isn't so bad. I'm just beginning to sweat. I will need to take a shower for sure today. I'm half expecting another long show from JD and Anthony from yesterday. I'm thinking maybe he's putting an edit together. I think I just missed the hour. Let me check. This time I'm taking my gloves off for the rest of the run, just so that I can work safely with my equipment. There's no danger of my hands freezing nowadays, not at this stage of the run. The radiator is working fine at the moment. So yeah, that was the 1 hour into my run, and I'm just almost at 7 kilometers. We'll soon see if it stops recording my workout at 7 kilometers. But what happens is it continues to record for however long you're running. I mean, you have to factor in the possibility of being lost. Even if you plan to run 10, you might easily end up running 12 if you get turned around in the forest. Alright, so the last rise on Cedar Hill Road. This is going to add a fair amount of elevation change, or elevation gain, whichever one is affected by multiple hills. Because since I stepped off the trails, I have done about 1 kilometer of quite undulating sidewalk. Running past the top of Mount Douglas Crossroads. Okay, now it's downhill all the way back to Lambrick. That's nice. You will start hearing the sounds of the suburbs pretty soon, and I will start fumbling for my Outrack cassette. Brilliant sunshine. This is the first time that I'm actually missing my sunglasses. Most of the run has been in the shade of the trees, but now I'm getting it full on. So they've fixed the sidewalk here. They've made a new cut for a new house. So they had to join the house to the road with this little new patch of sidewalk. Yep, the house hasn't even started being built, but they have put in the cut. Alright, Felton Road. Here I come. I probably won't hear any more announcements until I get to Lambrick, but I will sneak another peek in a minute just to see how the recording is going. I don't mind it going a little bit long today because I started it a little bit early. I wanted to try and finish at the house. So let me see if I can do that for you today. I've done more than 7 now, so it's going to be a 5-miler by the time I'm done. because I know I'm more than a kilometre from finishing. Even if I cut straight across the middle of Lambic, which I will do to wash the mud off my shoes on the wet grass. Today is the day of the Harriers 8K season opener. They probably get a couple of thousand runners today. I have often run that race. It's just too far to go on a cold day on my e-bike. I might well be going out tomorrow to see my pal Derek. Okay, as I amble across Shelbourne Street, I'm looking at the back of the rec centre now. Just about to head across the lawn. I think at this stage, whatever my voice recorder is at, that's where it will be, because I might as well take it all the way home. It's only 6 minutes more, maybe 7. 6 if I go across the grass. Which I might as well do. Out by the skateboard park, behind the portable classrooms from the high school, you can probably hear the generators. I think that would be the heat pump for the pool. Probably has to work pretty hard this time of the year, even though there is some solar panels on the roof. The sun is pretty low in the sky this time of the year in the northern hemisphere, so not much warmth in it. Alright, I run across, I diagonalize the playground and the parking, and then I'm going to diagonalize the field. I can see straight ahead my exit from Lambert Park. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of Mount Doug in a second. This is going to be without the gloves. Be probably a fair bit quicker. My shoes are beginning to feel wet for the first time. Alright, so I get the case. I push it out, open it, pull out the camera, press power, and take my picture. Power off. Yep, that's what it was. And away. My finger couldn't press the off button. Anyway, I'm almost finished now. Should be pretty close to 36 by now. Approaching Kenmore. Got across Kenmore and then I got 200 meters to go. So I'm on our street now, heading for home. 200 meters to go. Looking for my outro cassette as I walk up the driveway, grabbing my phone